My plan today is to go up Phone Line Trail. It's a trail that I've done before to get partially to Blackett's Ridge. And today I'm going to attempt the whole thing, but it's kind of late in the day starting out, so I'm just going to see what I can do. This is just part of the trail that gets you away from the parking lot at Sabino Canyon. We're going to hit the road that travels through the lower part of the canyon. It gives you access to the Bear Canyon with 7 falls, which is a great hike to do. Also Phone Line Trail, Blackett's Ridge that you can see on the left there. I have that covered in another video. Surrounded by saguaros, and over on our right, currently obscured by trees but about to emerge, are the Rincon Mountains, another nice hiking area right next to the Catalinas that we're at. I'm going to be going up Phone Line and then back down on the Sabino Canyon Road. So the hike to Blackett's Ridge consists of a lot of these low climbs, pretty consistent. We're going to go past the trailhead for Blackett's Ridge to the rest of the Phone Line Trail. All right, Blackett's Ridge Trail. We're going to continue to the left and continue along there. It levels out a bit. First scenic overlook of Phone Line Trail for Sabino Canyon. As you can see, they have a guardrail, so when you're tired here, you don't go walking off the edge. Well, I missed a little bit of it, but on your right is Sabino Canyon, and on the left is back towards the Visitor Center. Got some great views of Tucson Mountains, and that peak in the far distance, along with all the telescopes. So that was a Phone Line Link Trail that goes down there, ends up a little bit behind us. Right about there is where you end up. It's the first of the bailouts. There's another one further up that I have never taken. It's a little overgrown. I'll show it to you when I get to it. As you can see, I'm having some trouble walking and talking at the same time. What is my pack? So I got 1 water bottle in hand. I've got 2 liters, or 2 water bottles, I should say. It's about 2.5 liters. Well hydrated before I started. Temperature is 89 degrees. I first got here, gaining elevation, sun's going down, so it's going to be a lot cooler. Plus, I have a whole 2 liters about of water in the car waiting for me, and I also have about 1.5 liters, well, I guess about 1 liter of protein shake that I take as soon as I'm done hiking. Helps recovery incredibly. And so I've got my light pack. Aerial view, I hope. So I got water. Just had lunch recently. Late start from a late night coming in from a long drive. I've got 2 bars and a bunch of cliff blocks. What else? Lost my train of thought when I nearly fell off the edge there. So this is what I'm hiking along. So you can see why I don't really want to go off that side there. Here we go, a nice shot of upper Sabino Canyon Road. See it in the distance. So you can see the road below us. And then there's a kind of a, in the distance where the road kind of ends in the V. That's where we're going. vertical here because this is one of the things, one of the parts I like, is this approach. Kind of just go here and then we head back out again. But it's a very nice place to catch some shade in the morning or afternoon / evening once the sun is below the ridge. That does not happen in the summer when the sun is pretty much overhead. You're just out of luck. You got to come early, but it's just beautiful right here. I forgot to mention that I'm about 3 miles in. Horizontal again. On the other side of that, I don't know what the heck you call it, in the mountains that I just showed you a second ago. And so kind of pan a little bit to the left. This is where we came from. Just looks beautiful. Just incredible, as always. We're approaching the second turnoff. It's historic Sabino Trail to Upper Sabino Canyon Road. It looks like nobody ever uses it because it's a trail, but it's pretty well overgrown and nothing. I guess there's some recent activity, so about a mile in and about into the trail, and about 3 miles from the start of the trail, you have some turnoffs. Okay, we're approaching the end of the trail. Still got about, I don't know, half mile. You have to look at the sign. So heading down. Should be able to see the end of the trail, the tram stop, pretty soon. And kind of go up and down and around. Gonna end up on that face in front of us of the mountain. So we're gonna head over to the right and then back out to the left and then zigzag our way down. Let's see if I can get, there we go. Zigzag our way down to the tram stop, which is right below that ridge behind the bush. It's gonna be pretty tricky. Just lots of rocks, little narrow areas, nothing really easy to grab onto with your feet, but not too bad all in all. It's one of the tougher parts to go down. But it's nice, it's beautiful. I know I keep saying that, but it's true. So I'm just gonna keep this on a little bit, give you some idea of what the towards the end of the trail is like. Kind of wandering in and out. Got to make choices and pick your way through the rocks. I always hate those drops, so I always go the long way around. I'm not gonna hop over that thing. So Sora is saying hi. Making an unexpected stop. So this is, see how it's darker? That's because it's wetter. So this is some water from the last rain. What's really cool is that in this section you can see all those lines. And what that is the difference between night and day. So see, during the night, that's where the line is. It didn't evaporate that much, so things kind of settled out. And then during the day, it evaporated a lot more, or released a lot more water, at any rate. And it's not freezing, so it must be just evaporation. And so you get these nice lines there. It's pretty cool. And it's still wet. You can see there's some bees and other stingy insects in there flying around looking to get some water. It's the road back. That's where we're heading down. See some of the trail below us zigzagging down, and we're going to be taking that road back, and it's going to be all in the shade. On the road down, heading out. It's around, so we'll be going all the way down through that V, start going around those mountains coming down. Down there is the stream, Sabino Canyon stream. I can hear it. Don't know if you can hear it, but I'll be taking another video later, so hopefully we can hear it running over. All right, just around a bend, and here we can get a great view of the trail that we were on. So that line across the hills, that's what we were on. So we were going in and out all through that. Okay, the first of 7 bridges. So here you can see we got the stream running, got water flowing, always nice in the desert. And you can see the nice riparian zone that we're in, with the trees are beginning to change color. So this bridge is built so that water goes under and water can go over, and believe me, does it go over? It definitely closes. The road closes when it goes over. These little markers are used by the shuttle buses to determine whether it's safe to cross or not. If the water's at or over these markers on the road, they are not allowed to cross, which is good because then they don't get swept off the bridge. Approaching bridge 2 of 7 on the way down. Don't worry, I'm not going to do all the bridges, but forgot to mention earlier that there were 7 of them, and so they're all a little bit different. Same sort of thing, water under, water over, but yeah, pretty nice, pretty nice. Right now there's a nice crescent moon in the sky, and we have Venus showing as well up in the sky, nice and bright. I've got about a quarter of a mile left to go before the parking lot, where there are bathrooms, water fountains. I think there's vending machines too. So that was the phone line trail and the way back. So it's a great little trail. It starts out not steep, but you're climbing, and then it evens out, and you can just walk along the ridge line. There's a little bit up and down, but nothing crazy. I tried to give you a feel for it as I walked along. So wonderful weather. It's about 11 degrees cooler than when I started. So when the sun goes down, it makes a big difference. And I have finished my water bottles and heading back to the car where there's more water. Woo! And snacks and things like that if I want them. But I'm going to head home and have some dinner and call it a good training hike for my AT and my post-back problem recovery. I have a nice little addition to my hike. Just as I was coming to the Sabino Canyon Visitor Center, a lady was shining a light, and she had found a rattlesnake that had crossed in front of her in the path, and it was just hanging out. So pretty cool. I've never seen them in the wild, except when I've done cactus rescue, and it's been very early in the morning and they've been very cold and not moving. but this is cool, seeing them on the bike paths and things like that. So happy to see them. So keep your eyes out if you come here.